Alright, I'm going to run a compression test real quick. I'm not disabling the fuel injectors, not holding the throttle open. We're just getting just a rough baseline here just to see if there's any huge discrepancies. We'll go 5 licks on them all. It's at about 160. About 168. If I can write straight here. It's a hot test. This next cylinder here, number 2. No, get out of there. This is the one I'm kind of worried about here. Alright, what do we got? Oh yeah, she's down a little bit. Ew. About 145. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, could have been worse. I may adjust the valves and then do this again after and see. That one's pretty good. 168, just like the first one. Hopefully this GoPro holds out. Hopefully it's actually recording. All right. Yeah, about 158 on that one. Actually, let me bump that 2 more times because I kind of rolled over on the last one. Okay. I should have put it more fair. Yeah, it's 168. I thought that I didn't do it enough. That's pretty crazy. 168 in all of these. So yeah, there's definitely something going on in number 2. Either valve adjustment, burn valve, piston rings, something's going on down in number 2. So we're gonna have to tear her open and find out. All right, we are now at cylinder 2, which is the last one of the 4 that you check. And what I found here, back here on this exhaust valve, that's your feeler gauge. You can see in this one here, it just slides right into, like just like it's supposed to. This one over here, I can't even force that in. And as a matter of fact, I come over here and I'll grab the intake feeler, which is much, much thinner, and I can't even force that one in there. It's pretty tight, unfortunately. There's a couple other ones. Pretty much all the exhaust valves are tight, but none of them were this tight. All of the intake valves are loose. That's super normal. Nothing wrong with that. There's still some play in here. Probably can't hear that, but it's not bared all the way down, which is a good sign that hopefully it did not burn that valve. I'm gonna adjust her up and then pretty much hope for the best is all we can do at this point. All right, I've got that lash adjusted. It's now absolutely perfect. So we'll see. All right, valves are adjusted. See, everything's clean. The new Honda Bond, obviously. We're gonna do a little after here. The engine's still warm. It's not hot, it's warm. I don't really expect too much change across the board here, but I'm really hoping that we get something out of cylinder 2. Do the same amount of revolutions as before. 60, 71. Got 171 out of that. So that's pretty typical with what I expected. We should get a point or two if they're not grossly out of adjustment, which honestly most of them were grossly out of adjustment, but this one here, cylinder 2, was especially suspect. Number 1 exhaust valve was very tight on that cylinder. Alright. What we got? Oh shit. 160, about 163. So it came up, but it's still down. It's not bad. I mean, it'll run with anything over 140 psi. It will, you know, foul out the plugs, which, yeah, replacing the plugs is honestly probably just going to buy time in this case. I'm thinking that it's not completely wore out, but I mean, she's definitely, it's 240,000 miles, 250, I think, maybe somewhere in there. So it's pretty on par with the mileage, really. About 161 on that one. So he actually went down on that one. That's kind of weird. That could also be the difference between fuel in the cylinder, because I don't have the injectors disconnected, or temperature. Either way, it's negligible. It's nothing to even think twice about. And 68 in that one. So that one stayed the same. So we're all in spec, and even over here we're still not 20% down, which you're allowed 20% variation between cylinders, and even before the valve adjustment it was not even 20%. So hopefully we've saved this one and that valve is not burnt, and I don't think that it is. Yeah, I think it's just probably piston rings. She's just kind of wore out a little bit. So there it is.